Today I'm playing maps people have posted on Reddit. I'm gonna scour our Trackmania in search of maps that look interesting or fun and give my feedback on them, and maybe set some good records. Let's get into it. Okay, this post looks interesting. Made my first map. This looks like a long map too. I think we're just gonna play it and then get caught by surprise. Okay, here we are. That took me a while, but I did find it. It's been played by 5 people. And this is his first Trackmania map ever made. I don't remember my first Trackmania maps, but I know that they were pretty terrible. A lot of beginners, when they build their first map, will make a few common mistakes. And often when you play maps in a random map challenge or so, you can pick up that it's their first map based on a few things. One of them is big jumps. I don't know what it is, but when you start playing Trackmania, the brain immediately is just like, ooh, car go fast with big jump. Another one is sharp turn. So a lot of speed into sharp turn. In that would be difficult. Now, what has he done here? Oh. Yeah, this was not that easy to see, but yeah, he wants me to go onto this platform. Okay. A lot of speed into, into sharp turn. I swear I don't know the map layout. It's just these things you see a lot. And then the third thing is like trying to bait people. Like, oh, let me make a hole after this jump, or let me make you think you're going here, but you're going a different way. And it's very tempting to do these things, to try to confuse players, or, you know, make it like a rage level. But oftentimes it's just better to sort of give the solution. And then let people enjoy it without, you know, trying to jump scare them here and there. So already a few things I would change, but let's... yeah, let's... see where this goes. Can someone... He is a madman. No, like, the map name fits. Diary of a Madman. It's an absolute madman. Can someone stop him? Can someone contain him? Oh, and have I missed a checkpoint? Did I miss one by going directly to the loop? Was there one underneath here? Aha! So that was the third thing on the bingo card. Getting baited. We did get them all. This is just general mapping advice in Trackmania, but oftentimes people like things that are easy to understand. But this isn't really like a typical mapping style. It's not like he tried to make a pizza or tried to make a lasagna. It's just a bunch of ingredients put together into like a fun bowl. We have some sugar, because I like sugar. We added some licorice, because I like that too. A lot of pepper. But you know, like, you mix things that maybe don't go together too well, because it's just like, ooh, this is what I want in the moment. So a good piece of advice would be to try to make something that's more cohesive. Like, okay, we're just doing pizza now. We're just doing full speed. And then building loops and wall rides and things that go in a nice full speed dish. Wait, can I shortcut? Oh, there's a massive skip on this map. Because he plays these mountain hills as scenery, it is actually possible to bounce on one of them. So this is another thing too. If you want to force one path, then watch out for what players might do differently, because here, I think, at least, I think I'm gonna be able to bounce that. Oh, nice, okay. My idea works. We get, I think, a 131, which I'll be pretty happy with. World record by around 10 seconds. But yeah, I would say for a first map, not a bad start. I would give this, though, I have to be honest, it's a 3 out of 10. There's just too many things going on. Try to be more cohesive with one idea, and your map will be better. Let's go to the next map. Wow, with 400 upvotes. This is a lot for the Trackmania subreddit. My first map, Mountain Mist, is out now. We'll see why 400 people upvote this. Okay, Mountain Mist by Gumbine TM. Let's try a run through. I don't think I'm gonna check GPS. This already, though, scenery-wise, it looks a little bit more complete. And route-wise, pretty nice so far. Pretty cohesive. into more dirt. I think you can get the 5th gear before this. Very precise part. Ooh. Speed check. Drop down. Here. Wait. Oh, you go back to this road? Okay, I failed this. Is there gonna be a double respawn? There is! This is not bad for a first map. Okay. That's a nice detail. And then here? Since I didn't go here? Wait. Is that actually a bug slide? I was kind of trolling with it. Yeah, save finishes here, so I think it's a bug slide to the left. It is a bug slide. Okay. Not at all bad. Not at all bad. I mean, this is his first map, but he has to have played quite a lot of Trackmania before this, right? I think that's the difference. It's like making your first dish when you've been in the kitchen for maybe, you know, a year already. You've seen a lot of dishes being made. No, but this is not... Really, this is quite good. I think not bad is not necessarily a nice compliment. This is good, okay? I like this map. And I'll try to put it into words, and hopefully you as well can see the difference between these two maps. And why this one is just objectively better. You might have a subjective preference for crazy maps like the previous one. But this is just... It's like more organized, you know? This is the difference between a sandcastle and a heap of sand on the beach. One of them is like, ooh, he took a lot of weird things and turned it into something structured and nice. And the other one could just be like a chaotic assortment of sand grains. No offense to the mapper, just saying that's the difference. And it has like some themes. You see, for example, in this first turn, there's outside dirt. You drive on the dirt banking to get a lot of speed. And this theme will repeat later on. So it feels like this is what the map is about. It's a pretty precise drift here. I wish I had a little bit more space there. Because the turn feels somewhat uncomfortable. But yeah, this outside dirt theme keeps repeating. You might think it's boring to have the same type of turn 3 times in a map. But it's like a song having the same chorus several times. Repetition isn't bad if the idea is good. If the idea is worth repeating. So if I get a little bit more speed through this, do I get 5th gear before this? Almost. It might be possible, but I think it should be a bit more forgiving. So, to explain that, the gears are very important in Trackmania. On an outside line like that, if you steer and you gear up mid-turn, it's going to cost you a ton of speed. Also, yeah, this finish speed check is just, no matter who you are, not easy. So maybe make that a little bit more forgiving too. Very impressed and very fun that new people are getting into the game and adding to the pool of great maps available to play. I really feel like the game has been on an upswing lately. Like, if you are a viewer of the channel and you've just started playing, let me know in the comments, because it's kind of hard to get a feeling for just how many people are picking up the game. If you've just recently, within the last 3 months, started playing Trackmania, type blueberry in the comments. Let's see how many blueberries we get on this video. If you're not a blueberry yet, it is very okay to become one. Not like in Willy Wonka, but you know. That was almost a crash. It worked out. And the bug slide set up. 45.6. A clean run. Took me about 10 minutes actually. So it is a quite hard map to survive with a clean, no crash run. That might be one thing actually, the difficulty. Like the skill ceiling in this map is pretty high. Or not even the skill ceiling, like the skill floor. You know? Like, just the barrier to entry to drive this map properly is pretty high. Although it looks very clean. And it is clean. It's just you don't have so much space, so you can't make so many mistakes. $45.22. We get a world record. Sort of. Still missing 0.2 for the 8th author time. And as you can see, I've been playing for 20 minutes now, so it is actually quite a difficult author time to beat, but I will go for it. Good turn. Yeah, only by 200ths after 25 minutes. And this was a really nice run. I risked those outside lines. Yeah, nearly lost to this guy's first author time too then. I have to say it's a nice map. It's just, I feel it's a little bit intense. I think this guy should add maybe one more block of space before something happens on almost all of these parts of the track. Because things kind of fly at you a little bit. But overall, really nice map. I'd give it a, for a first map, 7.5 out of 10. It's just the difficulty and the spacing. Like here, into this next outside line, you're kind of just thrown into it. And you see it's kind of bumpy and hard to set this up. And then because I do this well, I now fly very far, and suddenly this turn is right here at me. So I think that's it, the spacing. In the making of khaki maps, what is this? Reactor, wet wheels, wood, bug slide, ice slide. Okay, you can't really see it, but his grinding stats is 17 minutes on this. Let's give it a shot. Okay, green timer is running. Apparently 4 people have finished this. Hey there, son, PSX, and Docus, as well as the mapper. So it was a bug slide on that plateau. And I really like the way it looks. You have these huge gaps and that it's built on the ground. Makes you appreciate the distance a lot. Might not be that difficult, but the most challenging thing is you have so much rotational momentum going one way that this ice slide is going to be hard. It's gonna be a hard ice slide. But yeah, these are the types of maps people post on Reddit too. It's not just, hey, I made a nice speed tech map. It's also, look at this khaki map I built. If you guys are wondering about khaki, the next one I believe is in June in Nations Forever. And the one after that is in November. Oh my. Well, that took 1 minute, so it wasn't very khaki. But, you know, khaki for beginners. Maybe that's what it is. Still, this is going to be hard if you're a beginner. I'd say it's a 5 out of 10. It didn't, like, shock me with anything I haven't seen before. But it's wicked, and it's fun, and I liked it. Next map. 200 upvotes. My first map after 10 years. What do you guys think? Too many speed checks? Question mark. 10 years! And he just recently returned to Trackmania, I'm guessing? Guys, we have to talk about this. I put in so much work to make these videos. I have started the green timer for the 4th time now in a singular video. And yet, so many of my viewers are not subscribed, and we are almost at 600,000 subscribers. Maybe we've passed it by the time I record this, but if you wanna, you know, stay up to date with new videos, subscribe. It helps us a lot. Please do that. It's not a big ask, alright? If you're entertained by the videos, you might as well subscribe. We appreciate everyone who wants to watch daily Trackmania videos. But now let's check out Lapopi's map. It's this first one in 10 years. Which means he was building maps way back when I basically started playing in Nations Forever, and maybe just recently came back to the game. And he said, was there too many speed checks in the Reddit thread? And yeah, I'm experiencing one right there. So this does then feel a lot like Nations Forever mapping. In Trackmania Nations Forever, it sounds wild now, but people didn't place checkpoints to help you finish the map, like at all. Checkpoints were cut prevention. That's the only reason you placed them. If you played a full speed map back then, very often it would not be made for you to be able to complete it with the respawns. You just had to go all the way from the start if you crashed. And that way you also learned, like, to be very precise to complete a map on an online server. But here I'm struggling. I have a bad line here, so this is maybe not gonna work. Tough speed check. I can get gear 5 before this turn, and then this speed check is not gonna feel as tough anymore. Still a little bit, and I dropped the gear. Unfortunate. Ooh, barely made that. Into a loop of sorts, a cake. Ow. Not up here. And there's probably gonna be another dump that I'm dying to now. Or? No. Quite soothing here. I'm sorry, spectator. Very unfortunate seat that they chose. And is it an overwall risky finish? It's kind of clean. I like that. I do want to check this. My intuition tells me right side start is better. Yeah. This is fascinating. Look at that. Do you see how much my PB gains? It's because the car gears up and there's a small airtime. And so the gear up takes longer, basically. So just reducing this tiny bit of airtime gives you a cleaner gear up and you accelerate with like 20 more speed. Ooh, now this is going to be hard to survive. I think maybe this kind of highlights the problem with these huge speed checks. Like when you build with huge speed checks, as soon as you fall a little bit off the ideal course, you just can't make the next jump. And you already know it, you know? And I didn't do that part too badly, so it's cool to have jumps that like are big and reward you for keeping enough speed to make them. But it can't be like all or nothing if you want most people to enjoy the map. I think as a mapper, like one thing to remember is most people are playing your map for the first time and they're not going to play it for that long. So making a very precise, bumpy, hard to figure out part, same problem that we saw on Misty Mountain in some of that dirt section in the middle where it's just, they're really tough to drive. If you're going to build outside dirt, try to find ways to make the entries as natural and intuitive as possible. Because bumpy entry into outside dirt just doesn't feel that satisfying. Very hard to hit and stressful as well to play. But these are my opinions. Other top players will have different opinions about things like this. Top mappers too, probably. A bit of a slow line that I just drove. That was over the spectator. No decapitation today. And a 49.91, barely world record, barely author time. And let's give our rating. So I think I first want to see the lines Lapopi drove. As he's the mapper, does eat the gear a little bit in the start, so not fully the line I took. And then he doesn't do the outside line, which is faster. So I actually drove that wrong. That's why that felt awkward. I'd give this map, final rating, I'd give this map, I think, 6 out of 10. It's nice. The speed checks need backup routes and maybe a little bit less bumpy some places. I've found one more map that I want to check out today, and this one looks kind of stunning, guys. Let me show you. Jabski posted with 135 upvotes. I feel like sharing with you what 66 hours on one map looks like for me. My biggest project by far. Like, this looks really cool. Sort of futuristic spaceship type of scenery. It's called Anomaly. I think we can just get into playing. 47-second map. This is not gonna be this guy's first map, I can tell you that much. Based on the scenery and the route, this looks like something you'd find in Couple of Day already. And it might very well be a future Couple of Day. This looks really nice. It's a lot of plastic roads. Low down here. Speed slide through. I kind of like that. What I really like so far is that this map keeps you at a very similar speed all the way through. Almost like a song that just has the same BPM throughout. You get up to 4th gear here. That's what this long straight is for. And then after this, through a combination of sharp turns, couple of jumps, you kind of just stay at like 250 throughout. And so then it really feels like you're trying to just glide through the map. And there are a lot of maps that have built in this style. It's called like 4th gear grass, 4th gear dirt. A lot of people find them to be sleeper couple of day maps, but honestly, it's really well built. Like, it's just smooth. And then you get a little bit more speed for the ending and you jump to the finish. I really like this. So understandably, one of the most upvoted maps that I found on Reddit. But it is cool that people are also sharing their maps there, and through that, getting a lot of people to test them. This already has 200 players. I do feel the start of this map is a little bit weird. Like this first plastic downhill, you can gain a lot by not sliding. Also here on the grass, if you do a quantum slide, you can gain a lot. So this is something that people would do in a cup setting, and it really looks like a couple of day attempt of a map, so I'm gonna treat it as such. Like, which is something to think about. What lines does your map reward? And is that what you intended? Because sometimes a map can reward a really risky, like, iffy line, and your map was intended without it, which would make it so much more playable. But then top players try to win couple of the day and throw themselves at a really risky line and just get so frustrated, like, man, this map's so bad, because you have to go for this upper gear, no slide, quantum slide on the outside, and it never works, whatever. And you hear these complaints. Oh, you know, I'm stupid. I thought this line here was like crashable, but it's not. You can drive there. And then it feels a lot more comfortable. That jump though is extremely well calculated. Like you kind of cannot crash it. If you go for the lowest airtime you feel like is possible, you still get it clean, which is exactly what you want. Feels like you're risking, you feel like a god gamer, but the map does so much for you here. Like I just cannot crash that. It always just lands smooth. Really nice by the mapper. Nice. Please. Oh, by 3,000s. Okay. Whew. Okay, that was a tough author map. It took me 24 minutes. But a very nice map. 66 hours of work, and Jabski here has made something truly stunning. Overall, I mean, I'd rate this map a 10. Perfect. Just a 10 out of 10. Nice scenery, unique scenery concept. I haven't seen maps that look like this. Good flow on the track route, and some cool tricks that keep it fresh. Plus, plus, plus. I understand why this is uploaded. But yeah, guys, I really hope you enjoyed watching me play some maps from the Trackmania subreddit. Definitely something we can do more often if you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.